Hopefully the audio is good. I've already been being checked out by the cops. They rolled by me on the bikes because they saw me getting out of my car, putting my gear on. I'll flip the camera in a second, show you who's all here. I just got here a tiny bit late, but you know, this is what it is. You can barely see the screen, so bear with me. All right, let me flip the screen. My tripod. A little bit of a crowd here. I gotta try to film later. I'm gonna walk around it first. Oh, I better hold my mic up to my mouth if you want me to hear me, sir. This is the turnout. We'll take a walk around. I gotta put my water somewhere. Hold on. Trying to find who's talking. Start reading the chat in a second. Sorry guys, I'm focusing on walking. Hold on. All right, I put my water in my pocket so I can hold my microphone less noise. Sorry about that. I'm gonna walk around these people. They're gonna be here for a while. I got a protest of my own planned for them. Please share our message. Please understand we need help. So this is them already backing down basically on their first act of civil disobedience, which would be standing in the road. So now they're telling everybody to get out of the road so that nobody... Huh? Gotcha. I don't know who that is. I guess there's people running around telling other people what's good for them that aren't even cops.
From all of the speakers who are working hard to put these protests together for you, to represent you, both through their organizations and their representation in legislation, in Congress, in the streets, and on the sidewalks. It's not fair that we have to do it this way, but we do have to play their game, and that's exactly what we're doing. Look at this incredible work.
That's sad. I love the energy of wanting to fix things, but that's just sad.
Thank you. This is for you, and you're doing this for us.
I should be happy to be here.
And this is exactly the type of organization that we need to fight this fascism. That's right. Organized movement. we are able to continue our freedom to speak. And with that, folks, I next have Save Our Schools, Alicia Lucas, here to speak on behalf of our public education system. Good morning, Arizona. I'm glad I didn't have to. Hello. I'm glad I didn't have to use my teacher voice to get you to clear the street. So thank you for that. Hi, my name's Alicia. I am public school proud.
She said that as people are still not out of the road.
Two children graduated from public schools and a 30-year
I found the people talking.
teacher in Arizona public schools. Arizona to save our public schools, which have been under attack. I have the audacity to believe that public funds belong in our public schools. Trump and his billionaire cronies that landed from WWE and the Tesla truck guy
Yeah, get in front of you, because you don't belong here.
are following Trump's 2025 playbook in dismantling.
These guys are fighting.
Yeah, you're supposed to be over there. Go back.
People ask me,
I will have to ship it. It doesn't matter. Because you don't belong here. Right? But you vote for a dictator? You like a dictator? Oh, you like a dictator? Why don't you use your Bible and learn what it means? Learn what it means.
They rely on federal rights to ensure they receive academic support so they can attend public schools. And without these protections, these families are going to lose access to the supports that keep their kids in public schools. I just recently found out a horrifying piece of data. Before the Department of Education, most students with disabilities were unable to access public education, with only 20%.
I have not got to see the chat. It's too bright out here, so I can't really see the screen. So I'm sorry for that. Hope you're enjoying the show, though. Let me see if I can raise my camera and get a bird's eye view.
About these students, instead of protecting them, they are going to redirect the funding from the Department of Education to create a federal voucher program. Based very closely on the ESA voucher program Arizona has. And just like in Arizona, our most vulnerable students will be left behind.
We'll go this way.
So let me tell you what the voucher program's done to us in Arizona so far. We may have noticed our public schools are in trouble. And this is after 30 years of funding your school. We are now 49% funding.
No cars are going to get through here. But I don't know what they're going to do about it. Green screen guy. No restrooms or porta potties for all these people. That's not going to make it last very long. That's what the guy in the leadership shirt just said. They locked the building, so you can't go in there to use the restroom. Hey, she's trying to get your attention. Oh, yeah. Oh, these are counter protesters? That's what the guy in the orange just said. I haven't seen any, but we'll keep an eye out. Let me see if I can read some shit. What are they protesting? I don't know if you have heard or whatever, but there's like this thing hashtag hands off, and they're just basically protesting all the things that Trump has been doing lately that they disagree with. Seems kind of obvious. I mean, I don't know. I guess if you're looking for what specifically they're protesting, they're talking about a bunch of different stuff that's been going on. I wouldn't argue that there's any shortage of stuff to protest about. Their efforts to clear this road have not gone very well. That's why I'm recording it, see if anything ever happens of it. It's interesting because when there's this many people, you can't. She said it on the loudspeaker, but not everyone's always listening to what's being said on the loudspeaker. And people want to go from here to there. People, what are they supposed to not cross the road and not go somewhere else they want to go? Because, I don't know. I mean, in my opinion, if I were this car and I really wanted to go, I would just inch my way. People would move. You would make it. You just don't plow through people. It's stupid obvious. The car just goes slowly. People would say, oh, there's a car trying to get through. People would get out of the way and let the car go through. And when there was no cars, they would walk freely among the streets. It's not difficult. Everybody wants to make things so, oh no, you're the one doing this. Oh no, you're the one doing that. Everybody just went about their business. If this car just inched your way, I'd be willing to bet if you just went really slow, people would get out of your way.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Very good. Yeah, no worries. I thought you were waiting to get through. I was like, this poor lady, but I was just myself. Yeah, YouTube. For now. How many viewers do I even have? 26, not bad. 11 likes. Good to see y'all. Share it out so we can get more people in here. There's a lot of people here. Something could go down. New tripod. Mine keeps slipping. One of the legs doesn't grab properly.
Oh, you got a busy morning.
Yeah. That's about. There's green screen guy again. He was never here, by the way. Anybody that tries to get video of that guy, he was never there. You get it? Because the green screen makes him disappear.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's a video editing trick. And when you wear all that, if you record him on video, then it's easier for the editor to take him out of the shot so that it looks like you can make it look like the bike was riding itself right now.
How funny is that? Did you see the Statue of Liberty over here?
No, where is that?
He's in a wagon, and he's got a pallet. It's about a 5-foot
Statue of Liberty. Huh.
Good day.
You too, thanks. General conversation, nothing major. I wish I could see these comments. It's so bright out here. I have to really focus and look really close. Yeah, no porta potties is pretty intense. Here he goes. See, this guy ain't messing around. He's just going to go slow and people will get out of the way. Almost got that lady. Let's follow him. Whoa. That's how you do it. Just go slow. See? My point proven. People should be slowly getting out of the way. Yeah. Maybe. Oh, maybe not. No, yeah, there he goes. They're all facing the speaker, so they didn't realize. There he goes, creeping slow. And people feel the streets back up behind him. See? Hold on, let's see if there's a... I guess I should have followed just in case it was going to get crazy with him. I think he made it through. He's toward the end. I don't hear any screaming, so I think we're safe. See, trying to get everybody out of the road is just futile. Guy's going to keep trying, but...
Hello, everybody. What makes veteran organizing so powerful is our ability to bridge divides. We come from all walks of life, every political ideology,
I don't know who this is.
gender, and faith, and yet we serve each other side by side. That shared service gives us a unique power, the ability to cut through the noise and speak with moral clarity in divided times. And that's exactly why we are under attack. The truth is, Trump and his MAGA allies aren't just coming for veterans by accident. These attacks are intentional. Because when
Can you guys hear the
veterans
speaker?
organize, when we use our voice, our leadership, our vote, we are a threat. We are a threat to the billionaire class, a threat to authoritarianism, a threat to anyone who profits off of division and despair. Veterans are not just a voting bloc. We are a moral bloc, and they freaking know it.
She is shaking. I don't know if you can tell that, but she is shaking while saying this.
We show up in places other can't.
I commend her doing the speech while shaking.
From town halls to synagogues to malls, we are building something powerful. A future where our service doesn't end when we hang up our uniform, but continues as a force for justice, equality, and democracy.
I know that feeling. Shaking, literally physically shaking while giving a speech or talking.
To stop deportations of those who wore the uniform and earn their right to stay. System that is fully funded, fully equitable, and fully inclusive, serving all of us with dignity. That is the future we are building, and that is why they want to stop us.
Either go on one side or the other.
There they go, still trying to clear the road. Bless their hearts.
Donald Trump wants to throw us away. Not on our watch. Trump made it clear. He does not value us. He doesn't respect our service. And he really doesn't care if we survive. The facts don't lie. for 30% of the federal workforce, and he's slashing our jobs. He wants to privatize it. 50% more likely to face homelessness, and he's cutting housing assistance. 13% of the adult unhoused population, he's responded with more cuts, more cruelty, and more neglect.
Clear out the road!
This is not
Clear out the road!
It's punishment.
Traffic has to pass!
Suppression. And it's a warning.
There are no cars currently trying to pass.
The ones who wear the uniform, the ones who swore the oath, won't. This is bigger than veterans about our country, America. Trump wants to destroy us, not because we are failing, but because we are working together and better. Because we prove government can function, it can heal, it can serve if it listens to the people. And as veterans, the very people he uses as political props, if we demand a system that serves us, it proves what the rest of you can do. They don't want empowered veterans. They want broken ones. They want obedient ones. They want silent ones. And I say, hell no!
I think she's trying to pass, I think. Maybe not. He's now going to start walking up and down the road with a megaphone telling people to clear the road, interrupting the main speaker's message. Genius! Jim Freedom for president. I've heard that a couple times. They would never allow it to happen. I don't know if you know this, for all the people watching. In order to actually run for president of the United States, in order to do that, you have to literally gather donations of, I don't remember the numbers because they're stupid, but so many donations from every single state just to get on the ballots of those states individually. So, I mean, it takes, you literally have to be a millionaire, multi-millionaire, to be able to afford to run for president. That's just the way it is. Or have multi-millionaire investors putting you there. And we all know why the millionaire investors put specific people in those places, and those people are never me. So while it's a nice sentiment, it's just, you know, whatever. It upsets me. I don't know, I'm sad right now. Like, I should be happy among this many people, but this is a lot of people not accomplishing a single thing, unfortunately. I mean, I guess you could argue that they're inspiring other people that might not have to start thinking about some issues, but I don't even know about that at this point. Social media, I don't know. I'm just rambling. I'm just sad to be here among all these people and know that nothing is going to come out of it. It breaks my heart. I'm trying to decide in my head where I should do my protest. I brought my flag with me. I'm going to step on it. I just don't know what I'm doing here. I guess I should get some. I'm going to go find some shade so I can read you guys' comments. I miss you guys. These guys. Keep the roads clear. Give me a second. Oh, there we go. Now we can see the crowd and me, and I can talk to you. Oh, I was going to read some comments. Wow, it's still kind of dull. It's hard to read. Any Teslas? Not that I've seen. Let me see in the crowd, in the parking lot. Nope, none that I can see. There's, I'm sure, been a few driving past, and I doubt anybody even did anything. Glad you're free and someone else isn't. Not nice. I'm glad a lot of people are locked up. Yeah, it's a protest. It's just do a quick search. It's they're calling it hands off. It's a protest, basically just anti-Trump and Elon and everything that they've been doing lately. Yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna bring a Tesla here. I mean, honestly, I don't think anything would even happen to it if they did. They drove a Tesla in here, parked in the parking lot, went and joined the protest. Nobody's going to do nothing here. There's plenty of people running around. Excuse me. There's plenty of people running around with orange leadership shirts on that are looking for agitators, I'm sure, looking for people that want to do illegal things so that the cops can come in and break the whole thing apart, which, they're only slotted to go till noon anyways. So what the cops are going to do is wait and see what happens at noon. An hour from now, if those streets are still clogged like they are, like right now, the leadership doesn't realize they could just let it go. The cops obviously haven't done anything yet. They're not going to be able to clear it while the people are speaking. They got the speaker standing on the sidewalk right next to the road. So you're going to have people trying to crowd that spot to watch the speaker. That's just the way it is. They should have put the speaker's podium back by the building further. I guess you guys couldn't even see where I was pointing at. They should have put the speaker's podium instead of right there by the street. They should have put it back further into the courtyard. Then everybody would be gathered there. It'd be a lot easier to keep the roads clear. They don't think of things like that because they're just here to give some speeches because they're getting paid very well to do it. Not all of the speakers are getting paid well to speak. A lot of them are just regular people with passionate speeches of good things to say, but that's where it ends. Those are the people that don't have any authority to do anything or get anything done, and they don't have what it takes, I guess, to keep blocking the road, because that's essentially, they're like, the civil disobedience is the only thing that's going to ever change anything. When there's crowds, like, not even like this, bigger crowds, when crowds get bigger than this and the people are no longer policing each other to try to keep the protest lawful, and it becomes a civil disobedience like protest is supposed to be, that's when things will start to happen. I'm not going to be the agitator, obviously. I'm not going to go pick fights with anyone because that's just stupid in my opinion. But like while I was standing in the road, while he kept repeatedly going back and forth telling people, "Galley Road, Galley Road, Galley Road." Every time he came by and said Galley Road, like 3 or 4 people, oh, and mushed off the road. Half of them, 5 minutes later, turned around and realized that half of the people didn't even follow that instruction, so they go back. So like, well, if they can do it, I can do it. When something like this is going on, there's nothing really you can do. I'm surprised, kind of, that they didn't block off the street. I mean, that would make sense. I'm sure they could have, as big as it is and everything, they could have gotten their permission. They could have gotten their permission slip or permit to do so. I'm just rambling. I'm not even reading comments. I'm a horrible, horrible host. We're all illegal. All the people in the road technically right now are criminals. I seen some cops just get in a car right there and take off, and there's cops getting in their cars over on that side. Let's look at them. Let's look. I'm telling you about cops. Let's show you them. They just got in their cars, in that truck and the car behind it. We'll see where they go. Keep our eye on them for a little while. You love my rambling? Oh, good. I appreciate it. Thanks. I should clip it more and upload them as shorts. Oh, half these people are waiting on the march. Okay, there's gonna be a march. Oh shit. That kind of messes things up for what I was gonna do. So they're marching east down Washington. Oh boy. Well, let's see. I'm trying to decide what I should do here. Some cops are still there. Oh, one's driving off, turning right. Okay, they're not doing anything. They're not doing it. They're waiting. I think they're repositioning to get ready to help with the march, which is yet another thing that kind of irks me. Like a real protest march is not approved. A real protest march is not approved by the state. A real protest march is not approved by the state. In fact, a real protest march is specifically disapproved by the state. The protest that would be effective is not allowed, is not legal. It's not legal to effectively protest. Selling clothes. You could sell clothes here. I'm sure usually there's a couple stands with people selling flags and shit like that. Yeah, usually there are a couple people selling some stuff. That wouldn't per se be peaceful. Okay, so I mean, that's if you're making the semantical argument that because a driver won't be able to use that road while they're marching, that's some sort of violence. I completely disagree with that sentiment. I hope that's not where you're going with that. But if every single one of these people went right now when the cops weren't ready to help them and just walked and just cars had to honk and stop and go whoa and then wait for this massive group of people to go by. Nobody's hurting anybody. People are walking down a road. That's peaceful. That's not violent. If you start stretching the violence into because other people were inconvenienced, then you're just then you might as well be a politician, I guess, because that's how they do it. That's how they play on your fears and play on your victimhoods and emotions. Nobody should be inconvenienced or wronged in any way. Civil disobedience. Shouldn't have to be paid for. That's true too. That's true. Shouldn't be paid for. Native Americans, they migrated here. What? Oh God. I'm not all the way in on the context right now, but that sounds trollish. A decent amount of people, and they're gonna do a march. Fucking march. It's really unfortunate that they don't have the bathrooms either. Naturally. They got the drone up and out. I don't know what they're looking at. Let's take a look at them. Let's give I don't know if the drone's on me or not. I can't tell which way their camera's pointing, but if they are, let's give them a cam back. Oh, what? buzz. They watching. They always watching. With the old 360. Do. You can see people. They got a little grandstand-like thing set up back there. You can see. This is just a gathering to agree that a lot of things that are happening right now are horrible. Wow, there's a number of parking spots opened up. When I got here, there were none. I had to wait on someone. I'm trying to decide if I want to try to get ahead of the front of the march and follow them, or I can get some static footage with my better camera. Yeah, they got more than one drone out. This little girl just pointed out. What up? Derek D made it. Doesn't sound like a protest. It's probably because I got my microphone in and it's baffling out the noise that's a distance away from me. I was in the middle of it a little bit ago. If you rewind the live, you could hear it more, and it would have, well, felt more like a protest, but it just feels more like a gathering, anyways. You know, they're gathering, sharing their creativity with their signs, and that's pretty much it. There's a fire truck. I wonder what's happening. I don't know if he's coming this way or not. What is he doing? That was interesting. He might be debating whether or not he can make it through that crowd. You would assume if he came through, popped a siren or two, they would clear the way. He might just be waiting at the red light to do just that. I'm going to try to get a better angle if he is. People look like they're starting to move, like the march might start soon or something. I think this fire truck's coming this way. That's why I'm trying to get closer. We about to find out. Oh, here comes a car going slow. See, they know how to do it. Just go slow. That's all you got to do. See, this guy did a good job. No problem. No violence. They got through. All you got to do is go slow. So that fire truck, the light went green and back to red, and he never even came through. And he's blocking traffic behind him. So now I'm really interested. But I'm back in the sun, so I can't see any comments again. Let me put some shade on it. Feels like you guys are having your own conversation. Those cops are going to talk to that fire truck right now. Let's see what's being communicated. Yep, he is coming this way. Here we go. Now they're starting to yell it. Oh, shit. This is going to be funny. They're trying to yell for people to move out of the road. Here he comes. Oh, 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 oh. Maybe not. Maybe he's here to block the road for him. Oh, it might be a medical situation. This lady's trying to tell him which way to go. So they might not have been having anything to do with the crowd in the road. I think there may be a medical situation somewhere. That cop on the bike right there is asking if they know who this lady in this car is, who earlier told me, I thought she was waiting to try to get through, but she was scared to drive through the protesters. But she said she's trying to be here to participate by parking there. And it looks like the cops are going to tell her to move right now. Maybe not. No, I guess not. They're going this way. Let's follow the cops. Following cops, telling people to make a hole. They're just trying to create space for this guy that needs help, I think. Yeah, they're just trying to create space for this guy that needs help. That's it. Just creating space with their bikes. No one in this crowd is challenging them in any way, so they don't have anything to worry about, I don't think. I guess we'll take a walk around the campus, the square or whatever, and just kind of look at what's going on. Not that anybody that's watching even cares. Well, people are liking this. Oh, you're good.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Someone brought this art display. Is that what color the Statue of Liberty's hair is? Paper clippings it's made of. %90 of these people aren't even listening to whoever's talking. They're just waiting for the march to begin. They're here just to be a part of it and share their concern that shit's fucked up. But nobody knows what to do. Tiny bit more shade for a few minutes. Oh, people are moving. Oh, I think they're starting their march now. Oh, yeah, they are. Shit. Of course, right where I fucking was. Got my camera way up high, so I can't see comments right now, but I'm giving you guys a higher view. Sorry. I'll try to get a view. I'm not at the very beginning, but I'm sure I'll get a good angle. So, are they going to sidewalk march this? I'm trying to outpace people to get to the front. Walking in the road. So there's the front right there we can see. So now I'm just going to show you from here. Sorry. Oh, that cleared out quick. Oh, a lot of people are going the other way too. So they're merging over here. Wonder how far they're gonna go. All right, I'll just let people walk by so you can see their signs, I guess. There's a bigger camera. Who knows what station?
Love not hate makes America great. Love not hate makes America great. Love not hate makes America great.
I'm gonna unplug the mic so you can hear them a little bit more and it's not so quiet. Let me know if it's worse. Can you still hear? It's not really loud right now. They all stop screaming as soon as I unplug it, of course. Is that audio atrociously worse? Should I plug it back in or will that work?
While the union makes us strong.
All kinds here.
What? Yeah, thank you. You know, somebody else is doing it,
Oh, they stopped for them to get out. Oh, they're backing up. Oh, they took over their light. This car just got swallowed. The car just got swallowed. You guys see that? That's hilarious. I'll keep it backed up. That's funny. For sure. I'm just playing. Good shot. Going old school. So I should show you guys the crowd from this side now. That's the march, people. Took roughly 15-20 minutes, I guess, before it could pass me. So I have no idea how far they're going, so that's interesting. Well, I'm not going to chase the whole thing and just get a long, extended view from the back. So, that's probably it, I guess, for me. I might drive around, find out where they're going, and then try to repark and get close again and do my protest for them. I don't know how long they're planning on being wherever it is they're going. But I'll bet you a lot of them have to come back to this parking lot to get their cars. A lot of them are leaving in their cars right now, probably going. Let's see, there's still a flag or two over there. That's where everybody was a minute ago. Somebody's still talking, so that's fun. It's probably the pro-Trump people giving some speeches of their own now. Supposedly there were some anti-protesters or whatever opposite side protesters, but I didn't see any evidence of it, so just some hearsay. They're taking in the road. Took them a while, but now they're in the road. Spread this out so I can stop. There it is. Oh, what a horrible grainy view, huh? It was good to see you too. Hope everybody in the chat that enjoyed it. Yeah, that made no sense. Got one more water. You know, they took off, so they're doing their thing, they're marching. Most of them probably parked over there anyways. I'm gonna go back. Some slackers over here, slowly coming. This guy, look at this guy. Get to work, boy. Catch up. Get your ass on. Keep moving, that's right. You better keep on rolling. You know it's good for you. Get them doing the protests of their own. I'm curious real quick, before I end this, I'm gonna go see who it is that stayed, who's still talking, who didn't want to go to the march. I think this is the red team. No, I guess it's still the same group. I'm dead curious why they split it up like that now.
That inmate was able to get the religious sacraments that he wanted.
This guy's streaming into his microphone. Where is he? Where are you at? Where are you at? It's hard to find him on this. Oh, I'm looking right at him.
Now, as that same school district insisted,
As he's making a video, he's got his mic up. Good for you, bro.
while minors were present. I'll have you know that because of pressure from the community, that school board stopped. We also filed, you may have heard of this recently, we filed a complaint in Vail School District outside of the Tucson area where the Mormon Church has recently entered into a partnership with the district to build a Mormon seminary on public property. We filed a complaint in Camp Verde where the school district is offering a Bible study elective during school hours. We've also filed a complaint for a unified school district where the evangelical extremist board president insists on reading Christian scripture while children are present. And check
Handmaid's.
this out. This is a person, an
Handmaid's
individual
Tale.
who ran on the
If you haven't seen that, then you don't know what that's about.
She's denying the
It's a dystopian future kind of thing, movie
every time she tries to indoctrinate from the dais.
or show. Is it a show? I think it's a show, not a movie. Whatever.
Now, that district has a fascist majority school board. They are rewriting the policy to push out social workers. They removed any mention of diversity, equity, and inclusion from their mission, vision, and values. They created a separate but equal policy for trans students. Get this, you want to talk about some Gestapo shit? They requested to know which teachers call in sick or take personal days during days of action at the Capitol and elsewhere. And now, they're working behind the scenes to bring religious curriculum to every student in Peoria Unified School District. These buildings over here, those are not the only place in Arizona where our First Amendment rights are stripped from us in this state. There are about 300.
You might think they're snipers, but I actually think they're the drone operators. I didn't catch them till just now.
All over the state.
Ooh, hold on. Bear with me. There they are. Peekaboo. Peekaboo, we see you.
Your boards of supervisors and even your HOAs meet all year. This is your opportunity, people, to get involved right in your own backyard. You know what happens in DC?
They look like drone controllers in their hands.
But it's those policy decisions that happen in
90% sure that's them.
affect us immediately.
The one guy is on his phone.
You water, sir?
No, I'm good. I got one. Thank you, though, very much.
It used to be like that letter from us would be received in the governing body receipt. Now, there's frequently ignored. White Christian nationalists have become involved.
Now that you know they're there. The one guy on his phone might be watching my stream, but there's plenty of other streams going on, I'm sure, to watch, so I ain't that special. He might swipe through it and realize that I ain't doing shit.
No Christian Taliban in America.
And now, even though the Washington Post no longer thinks so, believe me, folks, democracy truly does
the drone's
die
going
in
over.
darkness. We must
The
keep coming
guys
together in coalition.
They're landing it on the roof right now to change batteries, probably. That's funny. I called it. Drone operators. It wasn't a hard one to call.
Look around at the people standing next to you. You and everyone here are ready to step up and be the change that you want to see in this world. Hold on to this feeling that you have in your heart right now, in your mind, in your body. Carry this feeling with you into the next week, into the next month. Carry this feeling with you and find out when your local school board meeting or city council meeting or county board of supervisors meeting is. Carry this feeling when you go through the mundane task of poring over the agenda of those meetings. Carry this feeling when you send emails, show up to meetings and speak during public comments. And maybe in 2026, you'll carry this feeling when you decide to file your paperwork to run for office. Because if not me, if not you, then who? If not me, if not you, then who? Let's do this, Arizona. Thank you. And I have one last piece of housekeeping before we have our last speaker speak. Look around you. If you see trash on the floor, if you see trash laying around,
We're in Washington.
floating around here and there, and you'll stumble upon them at some point. But stuff them in your pockets like they're the dollar bills you wish you had. And in the meantime, our last speaker here, Kai, would you like to introduce yourself?
Good afternoon, Arizona. My name is Kai Lindbergh. I'm the founder of For All, and I have the honor of serving as the co-chair of the Progressive Council of the Arizona Democratic Party.
Boo.
And I'll tell you this, I am here with the belief that no matter what, we will never give up our inalienable rights as free citizens of a democracy. And I think a lot of you probably feel the same, that we will never, ever consent to live under the tyranny of the gates. All across this country today, people are coming together just like us in mass, nonviolent, people power and protest. And I believe a movement is rising in this country that will stop what Trump is doing and will turn our country back towards the future of a loving community. Well, we've covered a lot of ground in terms of what's happening in this country today. I want to share something. I'm not sure if you heard. Just the other day, Donald Trump, when 4 American soldiers who died in Lithuania in a training exercise were being brought back to the country. And it was his job as a president to meet those caskets, to honor them. Do you know what he did instead? Golfing! That brother hit the golf course and he hosted a dinner at Mar-a-Lago. Not just any dinner, friends. It was a $1 million a person fundraiser for his super PAC. And there's a word for that. And I want to let you know something. We are working to pass a policy in our Arizona Democratic Party to ban billionaire super PACs from our primaries. Now I want to finish
This
up
guy's
with
helping the guy that
definition
needed
of
help.
civilian
He's going to drive
anarchy.
through here in a second.
I want to close on one thing to give us strength as we continue this fight. Yesterday was a very important anniversary in our country. It was the anniversary of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassination on April 4th, 1968. He was down in Memphis, Tennessee, standing with sanitation workers who were striking for dignity and safety. And a year before that, exactly on April 1967, he gave a speech in New York City, coming on the Vietnam War. He called it a time to put us down. And I'll tell you this, I appreciate Senator Cory Booker's speech, but I wish he had taken just a few moments out of the 45 hours.
Doing the grants. Let's get fucked
War
up.
crimes and individuals carried out in the United States revenue.
Oh, really? That's kind of the brand. Still it all over your Yeah, also got DJ. just gonna open up that Facebook.
No, I did this last time, and I haven't seen the comments.
A higher purpose, with the love in his heart for all people that he would never betray. And that's the kind of love you need in this country right now.
All of a sudden, yeah, I'm in the groups, but in the general feed, it just shows you.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. The light that they were talking about.
Yeah, I
Unconditional, courageous
what I used to like about Twitter was there's real life news updates and some shit going on in France or whatever, and there'd be a dude last year in France who was very racist, you know? Remember the Arab Spring? It was fucking Twitter, right? So like, what happened? So like, everything's fucked, you know? I'm off Twitter. I'm this guy. I got my TikTok back somehow. I don't know how that happened. Like, gone. And then it just came back. And it's good because that shit's just shit.
We're gonna come together on International Workers' Day.
Facebook's still
In many places around the country. And we are going to say, stop mass deportation. Stand our civil and human rights. Protect our democracy. Build an economy that puts the
A little tiny drone.
Before you go, I want you to mark your calendars and come out with us, because we know that the strength of our nation is defined by how we stand with the loose moon. People around that be separated from their families, who've been in this country for decades, working and striving, contributing to lift up this country. We cannot let this
Chatting about the event organized. What numbers do you think we got to hear? Because, like, it's just over 2K. He goes, it's well over 2K. It's going. Good. What's that? You're all right? Good. Stay hydrated, yeah? Good. Yeah, I got my little... Oh no, it was big earlier.
Yeah, they're marching right now. No, it was huge.
Went that way and a bunch of them went that way. I could still keep doing it. Took up the entire street.
Lights are more than 2,000 people.
I noticed you got a vest that says press on. Are you part of any official journalism agency? Do you run that agency?
It's not mainstream or anything, but yeah, I'm gonna own it.
I've been interested in getting into the journalism business lately, and I've been wondering, like, how do you go about starting a journalism business? What does that look like legally, paperwork-wise?
Well, as far as paperwork and whatnot, filing an LLC gets you started, you know what I mean? Then you're an officially recognized organization. And then it's just what work you put in, you know, posting things and attributing your company to it.
Okay.
That's all you can do, you know?
Okay. Do you have any tips for someone like me that'd be interested in starting?
Record. Show up to places. Always record. Cops. Always record cops. I mean, that it depends on what you're trying to do, I guess. I say always record cops because, you know, they enforce the unethical orders of the politicians we all hate. So always record them because they're the muscle. They're the ones that actually do the violence for the, you know what I mean? Like all the mayors and all these people that we bitch about, none of them physically and personally do any violence to anybody. They just write on a piece of paper that they want a bunch of assholes with badges to go do a bunch of violence on people. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I focus on them. But focus on whatever you want to focus on and post as much as you can. I break my own rule. I'm horrible about it, but post. That's one of the most
simplest things you can possibly do, even if you're not getting engagement, blah blah blah. Whatever you're on TikTok, YouTube, just make sure you're posting at least. I mean, I don't know. I don't like to overdo it, but a lot of people say once a day or something. You know, at least 3 or 4 times a week. But once a day, you should always be having stuff out there, and eventually people are going to notice, people are going to gather, people are going to accumulate to look for the next thing.
Where would you recommend posting to? Is there anywhere specific?
I mean, just whatever's available, whatever you feel most comfortable with. I know there's all the obvious ones, TikTok and YouTube. Those are ones I'm on.
Okay.
But there's plenty of other ones if you want to try. You know, like I can't even think of any.
Me either, to be honest with you.
There's one called Skylight or something like that.
Skylight?
Something like that.
Okay.
I don't know. I've just been seeing it on TikTok. Somebody talking about it. But I'm an contrarian kind of. You know what I mean? Anytime anybody tells me something that sounds too good to be true,
You like
pick
play
it
devil's
apart. I
advocate?
pick it apart, man, because there's got to be something.
Someone
like
has
this
to,
whole thing.
yeah.
I'm actually sad here right now. And I'll explain why. This many people, I don't know if you were here an hour ago, there was more people here.
I've been here since like 9:30.
Oh, okay, yeah, there was a lot more people here, and half of them already went on this march that they're starting now, which confuses
They
me.
missed out on 5 speeches.
I don't know what I don't know what that was about, but even when there was the most amount of people here, all we're really doing is agreeing that we all hate what's being done to us.
Yeah.
Which is important, but
you're not accomplishing.
I mean, like the last guy tried to hit it, but he had to be soft about it. He was talking about we need to tap into our inner Martin Luther King. I don't know if you heard that when he was talking, but he said you need to tap into our inner Martin Luther King and civil disobedience. He mentioned once.
Yeah.
See, those things, like right now, this march is approved by the government.
Yeah, we went ahead.
You see the irony there?
Okay.
You see the irony there? You know, in my opinion, a protest, an actual protest that would be effective in causing change is illegal.
Mm-hmm.
It's not allowed. If we're able to cause change, they've already made it illegal. You know what I mean?
I like to tell my younger siblings, just because something is illegal doesn't mean it's immoral. Vice versa as well.
Yeah, and vice versa, exactly. Yeah, the law is just, I mean, obvious. Like, nobody's stupid. Nobody out here, I would guess, is arguing, yeah, murder should be legal. You know what I mean? Like, we all know the rules. Don't hurt nobody, don't steal from nobody, don't damage nobody's property.
But how many
Those
times
are
they
the
have to go and
rules.
say that?
Anything beyond those rules is bullshit to keep our wealth funneling to them. It's like seatbelt laws, fucking, I mean, you name it, dude. There's thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of things that keep us suffocated. And we're so trained and programmed. Right now, or not right now, but earlier, thousands of people were here. You're clogging the streets, and you got the organizers trying to get people to clear the streets. To me, in a protest, that doesn't make sense because of the fact that, number one, as they showed, you're not going to be able to do it. They put the speaker on the street. People are going to be next to the speaker on the street. Number two, the solution is easy. I watched a couple different cars do it. All you have to do is go slow, and people go, oh, there's a car coming, and they get out of the way, and a car goes through it. It's not a big deal. We don't have to make, you know what I'm saying?
Why do you think they asked them to clear the streets?
Just to have a dictation that they could tell them that, you know, if it got too rowdy, they could come in and shut it all down or whatever.
What?
But the cops weren't even thinking about that. The cops cops knew that this was only planned to go till noon. You seen them sitting right there. You saw the streets being flooded. You saw the people saying, you have to get out of the street, you have to get out of the street. Nobody did for the entire 2 hours, and the cops did nothing because they know that it's pointless. Yeah, they told them you have to clear the streets just to keep these people in that submersive mindset that, yes, we could be shut down at any second, so I better follow the rules and do what the government tells me to do, even though the point of me being here is literally to protest against these evil people that are doing illegal things against us. You know what I mean? It's like civil disobedience. If protest is going to be effective, so I didn't mean to start talking to him and
No,
not talking to you.
no,
I was
no,
talking to him
you're
originally, but
good.
you're kind of trying to get both of you now
Oh,
since
thank
you're
you.
both
Yeah,
interested.
yeah,
But I don't know. Like I said, you know, civil disobedience.
It's a good point. It's a useful
No-
conversation.
Nothing's going to change until we stop following their rules.
This
Like
is the
a
real
couple of
reason I
people
come to
said
protest. I don't come for the speeches. Like that. That's nice and all, but that doesn't
Yeah.
accomplish anything.
Yeah, I come to talk to people and different things. Like I was gonna do. I didn't want to dampen anybody's spirits or cause a big problem, but I was going to pull my American flag out and step on it out here, and just, you know, that's
If-
my protest.
if people
because
have
I
spirits
believe
that
that
can-
the blue team and the red team are both corrupt beyond recognition, and their game, you know what I mean? They work together. Like when you see something passed and 6 Democrats voted against it or whatever, they calculated which 6 of Democrats were going to vote against it because they know exactly how many Democrats they need to get this passed or how many Republicans they need to get this passed. So they pick a few. You got Bernie and AOC who will always, you know, be the guys who vote against it. And, oh, we tried. Democracy has given it its best shot. But in reality, all of them
Bullshit.
have already had a backroom conversation and agreed, okay, Bernie, you're going to say no, right? AOC, you're going to say no, and you're going to say no, and you're going to say no. Okay, that equals out to where we'll win, so that's fine. Let's go out and do it. And then they go out and they do the vote.
Do you think they're all
100% of them. You do not get in that position. You do not sit in one of those seats unless you are given the reins, unless you sign the contract that agrees you'll play by our rules, you'll say what we're supposed to say. AIPAC has every single one of them by the ball sack.
Does that include local politicians as well, or is it only?
I would say, I don't know. I'll say I don't know. I can't. I don't want to be too brash. I'm convinced personally that every federal senator, congressman, executive branch, judicial branch, legislative branch, judges, every single one of them are appointed because they agree to play the game and keep the system running. Every single one of them want to keep the system running. I want to keep systems running, like systems that provide food and systems that do this or do that. Yes, systems, even police. You might not think it, but I understand that there's always going to be human beings that make the decision to stand up and say, I'm going to look for people being hurt around me and I'm going to defend them. That's a cop, in my opinion. What we have is a bunch of enforcers for the politicians, doing the violence for the bidders. You know what I mean? They're so confused about it, they don't even know their damn jobs. Their job is to go around, collect revenue, and enforce so many arbitrary rules that we all subconsciously understand we're the slave. We don't love admitting it, but we know. You know. Yeah.
My rule, I go by the rule of thumb of anyone that wears a badge or is higher up than like a city level, they don't have the everyday Joe's best interest at heart.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Like the Phoenix mayor, okay, maybe he gives a shit about the city, but the governor, mm-mm.
Yeah, I mean, mayors and city council members, it's hard to say. I think a mayor probably, and well, actually the city manager is the guy with more power than the mayor. The city manager would be a plant, and then the rest of them don't even matter. You know what I mean?
And the only reason I say them is they have a vested interest in this place being not shitty.
Have you ever noticed, have you ever gone to any local city meetings, city hall meetings, where they're doing their voting in it? Isn't it really strange how 95% of the time, whatever they vote on, it's unanimous? They've already agreed. They've already, you know what I mean? Every once in a while, you'll get a hot issue where one guy will stand out and say, I'm voting no because that's what's right for the people. And it's pointless anyways because it's 6-1 or whatever, you know what I mean? But the vast majority of time, I've gone to a lot of them. My page, I got a couple million views from yelling at city council members, you know, because I'm opinionated. But
those always do well.
Those guys, man, oh, I should have sued them a long time ago for muting my mic, but, you know. Nothing comes of that unless you got money.
Anyway, this has been an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
You take care, sir.
Take care. So yeah, like I was saying, posting regularly is what you do. And even if that's just putting yourself on video and explaining something, you know what I mean? Just put something out there.
yeah, I keep debating, like, do I want to do protests? Do I want to do city meetings? Do I want it to be a podcast?
You could do it all. You don't necessarily
there's no
have
reason
to,
not to limit.
You mentioned like news, like were you trying to get like an actual news to where you're considered press or whatever, like, or are you just trying to?
I want to be at the level where, like, I can show up to an action, to like a federal event, like a White House press briefing or something.
Oh yeah. Okay,
and
okay.
say, hey, I deserve to be here. I deliver this much news to this many people.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be like Fox or CNN or any of that.
I mean, you've seen what's going on with that lately, right? You've seen like the AP, I think it was. They reported an article after Trump had changed the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America.
Mm-hmm.
The AP released an article and called it the Gulf of Mexico, and the White House got rid of them from the press briefing room.
Yeah, they got rid of.
If you can do that,
Press and a few others.
I hate to sound cynical, but there ain't no way you're getting in there. No way.
No,
You sound like you have one or two too many critical thinking cells. You know what I'm saying? Like you actually think things through. So no, they're not going to let you do that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
And I don't want to be in the room,
and you won't
but I want to be at that level.
It depends. I mean, you're either going to be Fox News or ABC and ask the questions that they allow you to ask, or you're not going to be there. That's the harsh reality of federal news levels. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You can get, your best chance you have is like there's a good amount of people out there that basically hound around DC at the buildings, or even here. If you don't want to go to DC, you could literally just hang out here looking for you. You have to know the pictures and faces of the politicians, but when you see a senator come out of one of these buildings, that's your chance as an independent journalist to go try to get them, and they won't. They won't answer your questions. They never will. But that in itself is what people have to see. You know what I'm saying? That in itself is what people have to grasp at a deeper level. Most people just assume, you know, that, oh, some of these senators and congressmen are good people trying really hard. But if that were true, like even Bernie Sanders himself, he's a champion of the blue team, man, and he won't answer a single question about Israel. You know what I mean? He won't answer. He's rude to people that ask serious questions about harsh issues, and you can't trust somebody like that. And I have not yet come across one that would answer tough questions. They're all just, I don't know what the word is. They're like vague promises. You know what I mean? Vague,
I know what you're talking about.
And keywords and shit. Like every time you heard the crowd cheer and roar, it was because the speaker used one of those key taglines. Yeah. You know what I mean? We need to take our freedom back, you know, and it's like, what the fuck does that mean? You know what I mean? Yeah.
There's a pause before they cheer.
Fuck
like,
does that even
we're
mean?
supposed to do this now.
We're not doing that here, just so you know. You know, we're
No, I know, but
we might be at best. The best thing that could come of this, of the thousands of people that were here an hour ago, is a few more people will start asking some questions now that happen to see it online that weren't seeing it before. You know what I mean? It could help spread the realization that there's a lot of people pissed off with the government. Unfortunately, half of them are pissed off at only half of the enemy. You know what I mean? Half of them think that the Democrats will save us, and it's like...
Did you see the team of Trumpers that were hanging out over by that red pickup?
Somebody mentioned that there was an anti-protesters here somewhere or something, but I never got a view of them. I couldn't tell from the crowd.
When I got, they're just a group of like neighbors that decided, you know what, we're gonna do a counter protest, and they show up, and I'm like, you know what, in the spirit of fairness, let's talk. Let's see what they're here for.
Oh, you talked to them?
Oh yeah.
Did you record it?
No, I didn't.
That's the one thing you're gonna have to learn, obviously, if you're gonna try to be any kind of press or anything. That's obviously pretty important, and it's kind of a hard thing to train yourself to do. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to be awkward. You walk up on somebody recording, but you have to take that thought that I just said, you don't want to be awkward, and you have to fucking put it in the garbage. You have to be awkward. You have to be prepared to feel awkward. If you're gonna be anywhere near press, be prepared to be the awkward one. Be prepared to be the guy that other people don't like. You know, you could only cover protests that, you know, agree with whatever, but in my opinion, a good journalist is prepared to be uncomfortable to get the shot. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Walk up with your camera going, and when they question you, have thought about it already. I mean,
I'm with such and such. This is what
not
I'm
even
hearing.
all that.
No.
Just a simpler argument. Keep it simple. Question them back. What do you mean? Why would it be a problem if I'm recording?
Okay,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? Obviously, we're about to have a conversation about a topic that a lot of people like to talk about. Why wouldn't I document that?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If it's like question, you know, it makes them think, are you not proud of what you're about to say, that you don't want other people in the world to hear it? You know what I
Okay,
mean?
yeah.
Shit like that. Don't go defensive and say, no, I'm this and I'm that and I'm a professional and don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. Fuck that shit. You get
Okay.
the news. Don't worry about their feelings. You know what I mean? Obviously, don't be a dick. Nobody's
Yeah,
a
like,
dick to anybody. That's not what I'm saying. But you know what I'm saying. You know, don't worry about it being weird that you walk up recording. You know what I mean? You have to get used to that. I better get out of here though, man. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I didn't mean to.
No,
keep
no,
you
you're
here
cool.
in the middle of the
It's good.
street.
It's good talking to you.
Take care, sir.
Jim Freedom is my name.
Jim Freedom, yes, sir.
Easy to remember. You can find me on TikTok and YouTube.
I'll be there.
Get in some shade, cool my phone down so I can brighten the screen up and see if comments are coming, if anybody's even still with me after all that. It was an interesting conversation. Felt good to get it out. Okay. Whoa. Yeah, it's dark as fuck. Stream officially sucks. Oh yeah. Yeah, well, it sucked a long time ago when the people in the chat were just talking shit to each other the whole time, not even having anything to do with the topic at hand. But hey, that's the world we live in. Fuck 'em. Shit's boring sometimes. Get used to it. Trooper in the house. Number 2 rule of this live stream is pay attention. You do got me. You're right. You're not wrong. I make mistakes. I'm an idiot more than a few times a day. Answer my friend's call. My phone was recording that whole time, so I didn't have anything going on. Street news. All right, I'll go find him. I thought about that, but all right, I'm gonna end this shitty ass live stream and go find that dude, get his number. Can't fucking see shit. God damn it.